right, everybody. As of today's filming, we are about a week away from the Acolyte. I know there is a fair amount of negativity surrounding it. I'm personally excited, and I'm going to tell you why. And I'm also going to go over a little primer so that you are prepared and ready to start watching this on June 3rd, I believe, when the first 2 episodes drop. So the basic plot of the Acolyte is going to be kind of at the tail end of the current High Republic era that the books and multimedia has been covering. It is approximately 100 years prior to Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and it is going to follow a Jedi Master who is reunited with his former Padawan, who appears to be going down a dark path. They are going to work together to investigate a mystery, from what I can tell, and a much larger, more sinister plot is going to unfold. This is going to bring in his current Padawan, as well as several Jedi Knights and Masters, some of whom have been operating within the confines of the Jedi Council, and others who have been solitary operators. So together they are going to face this rising new threat. I guess I can go ahead and address the little bit of controversy. There are some timeline gripes regarding who knew about the threat of the Sith and who didn't, and whether or not this breaks lore. I don't care. If the story's told well, then it doesn't matter. If the story's not told well, then that may be a bigger problem. But for now, I'm going to stay open-minded when it comes to that. The other big criticism I'm seeing is just the standard anti-woke BS. Too many women, too many minorities, not enough white Jedi. Sorry guys, the world's just getting more and more brown, for lack of a better way to put it. It's just part of life. Deal with it, or don't watch. Our main characters, and there are quite a few I'm not going to address. I'm going to try to address what I see as the main 5 or 6. First off is Master Soul. He is played by Lee Young-Ye. I hope I'm not butchering his name, of Squid Game fame. He is a venerated, powerful Jedi Master who appears to have the trust of the Council because he's shown training younglings. That is a task that is not given to most. He's also the lead investigator of this sequence of mysterious Jedi deaths, and it is going to lead him to his former Padawan, and they are going to go on a mission together, from what I can tell. His former Padawan is named May, and she is played by an actress named Amandla Stenberg. She is Soul's former Padawan, and she appears to have been walking quite the dark path since parting ways with him. But there's also more than we seem to see. I don't think that she is going to end up being the main or even a primary villain in the show, but we'll see what direction they take it. Next up is Venestra Rowe. She is a High Republic character that is from a long-lived species and should be what I would think at the height of her abilities during this show. She's being played by Rebecca Henderson, an actress I am not familiar with. She appears to have left the Order. I am not super familiar with the High Republic stuff, but it appears that she left the Order after some sort of betrayal and spent quite a bit of time in kind of self-reflection and self-healing. I'm not certain how they are going to bring her into this story, but one real interesting thing about her character is that she wields one of the legendary lightsaber whips. I'm not sure how they're going to bring this into the story. I'm not sure how the mechanics of them work. I'm not sure about much when it comes to lightsabers, except that they're neat, and a flowy, snappy, bendy version of one is probably going to be neat as well. Next up, we have Jeki Lon, and she is going to be played by Daphne Keene, who is famous for playing X-23 in Logan. She is a young Spock-like character. Her IMDb info says that she is very calm, very mature, wise beyond her years, as well as extraordinarily powerful in the Force. She's also a mixed race or mixed species, Thelans, I believe they're called, and human. The Thelan species, or Thalen, I'm not sure exactly how it's pronounced, apparently are so heavily mutated that they can only reproduce with other species. They can't reproduce amongst themselves. So she's going to be an interesting blend and kind of an interesting take. From what I understand also, her character is in awe of and or worships Jedi Master Sol. This is probably going to create some conflict between her and his former Padawan May, who seems to be more practical and more emotionally driven. Next up is Kel Naka, who is our, I believe, first appearance of a Wookiee Jedi. I know there have been some in Legends, but as far as I know, maybe there was in Clone Wars too. I'm not sure. I never did watch all of those. He's played by Gina Suotomo. I hope I'm not destroying his name. He is the same actor who played Chewbacca in the sequel trilogy and Solo, so I think that's kind of cool that they brought him back. Probably just because he's tall enough and has done the role before, but hey, I'll take it. Apparently his character is a solitary hermit type on Kashyyyk. I am not certain how they're going to bring him in. I'm assuming the next character we discuss, Jedi Master Indara, will have some connection to him and bring him into the plot. Finally, we're getting to Master Indara, who is played by my queen, Carrie-Anne Moss. I have had a fan affair with her since '99, and nothing is going to change that probably. She is playing a solitary Jedi Master, possibly part of an exploratory group called the Pathfinders from the High Republic. They were sent out on individual kind of recon missions to deal with issues on their own, almost like Jedi Ronin, kind of wandering the galaxy, solving problems. She is going to be drawn back in, and she's possibly going to be tied to the green-skinned character Jeki Lon because of their High Republic ties. Her ties to the Pathfinder group and Jeki Lon's ties to the era in general. She appears to be a very powerful lightsaber duelist and a extremely powerful practitioner of what fans are calling Force Fu. I know it is smirked at by some members of the community. I think when it's done well, like they did in Ahsoka, it's really cool. When it's not done well, like it was done in Obi-Wan, it can be pretty iffy. I have faith that this one's going to pull it off. The extended scene that I saw of the conflict between her and May looked pretty cool. So I'm hopeful that she brings that kind of calm, powerful Jedi Master to the program. And then lastly, before I go, I want to address the elephant in the room, the masked villain. I'm not 100% sure which actor is playing him. I went through the cast list. I can't find a direct reference from that character in the trailer to an actor that's playing him. There are several actors who I've seen holding red lightsabers. There's a young black actor, I can't recall his name, that's in some promotional materials with his face exposed holding a black lightsaber. He could possibly be that character, I'm not sure. The mask is both cartoonish and deeply disturbing. So I don't know if it's going to come across as laughable or truly villainous. I'm hopeful that it comes across as menacingly creepy, but the little tiny bit that we saw in the trailer is not enough to go on. So yeah, that's your basic, get you up to speed going into the Acolyte. And yeah, hopefully Disney knocks this one out of the park. They've had several hits, despite what the haters might say. Andor Season 1 was incredible. Rogue One was incredible. Most of Ahsoka was very, very good. A vast majority of The Mandalorian was very, very good. The sequel trilogy was not so much. Boba Fett was not so much. Their animated stuff pretty well kicks ass. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, Disney's like 60-40 on quality versus not quality, and maybe even 65-35, and I'm going to give them a shot. So anyway, I look forward to watching it with you guys starting June 3rd, and let me know what you think. Any interactions for the algorithm would be appreciated. Like and sub, you know the drill. Take care.